What's going on, everyone? My name is Chris Warrens, and since 2017, I've been a full-time luxury watch dealer passionate about helping you navigate the world of high-end timepieces. Alongside that, I have a few other ventures: consulting, writing, public speaking, real estate, and a nonprofit supporting veterans. But on this channel, it's all about watches, your go-to place for education, insights, and building a community of enthusiasts who share the same passion. If you find value in this content, we'd love for you to hit the like button and subscribe, especially since 98% of you watching haven't. With that said, let's dive into today's show. Today, we're going to talk about one of my favorite Submariners, the Rolex Submariner, nicknamed Hulk 116610LV. And we're going to run down some really cool things about the Hulk, a little bit of history about the Hulk, and some fun facts about the dial that maybe a lot of people don't know. Being in the 116 family of Submariners, which, as we know, is a dive watch, the Hulk was produced from 2010 to 2020 with a good 10-year run. It's important to point out that in some cases, you can still find a Hulk for sale dated with a 2021 card, as some ADs let Hulks sit in the safe for a year after they were discontinued and then sold the Hulk with a new card, which those new cards came out in 2021. And if you can find that Hulk, they carry a huge premium. The Hulk's predecessor was the Kermit 116610LV, dressed up with a green aluminum bezel and a black dial, released in 2003 to celebrate 50 years of Submariners. And the Hulk was actually replaced by the Starbucks, the 126610LV, in 2020, as a Submariner line yet again went through another upgrade, notably with a 41 millimeter case and an upgraded movement from 3135 to 3235. All right, we're going to talk about some cool facts about the Hulk that the more and more people that I talk to about Hulks, I realize they're not aware of. So I thought this would be really cool to add. And some people say there's 4 variations of the Hulk. Others say that 3 variations of the Hulk. And it's all referred to as the marks on the dial, or Mark 1, Mark 2, Mark 3, and potentially Mark 4. So the first variation of Hulk, or Mark 1, is approximately 2010 to 2015. Mark 2 dials 2013 to 2016. Mark 3 dials 2016 to 2020, and some people say there's a Mark 4 2018 to 2020. Now, there's some debate as to whether a Mark 4 Hulk is really a thing. Some say that the Mark 4 dials have even bolder Submariner text than the Mark 3 in this case, while others chalk it up to manufacturing tolerances. Also, there's much more in-depth ways to spot these variants of Hulk dials, Mark 1 through potentially Mark 4. And if you guys want to learn what to look for when it comes to these dials, and you think it might be a good show, drop a comment below. Additionally, the Hulk comes with a 42-hour power reserve, which a lot of people do complain about wanting more out of it, like into the 70-hour power reserve or 72-hour power reserve. It does have a 40 millimeter case, and it has a 3135 movement from Rolex. Now, this might sound a little silly, but my personal favorite part of the Hulk, and it's a Submariner thing, if you will, is the correct guide lock clasp. You can actually move the clasp back and forth by about an inch. And, if your wrist swells in the summer, like maybe mine, my wrist will go from like an 8-inch to an 8.5 inch because it's hot and I'm drinking water and so on and so forth. Having the clasp that can actually move back and forth is really ideal. And I know it's silly, but it is my favorite part of the Hulk. Okay, so the most interesting part of the Hulk, and it really always been this case, is the market price. I remember a couple of years ago, I think it was 2022, maybe 2021, we were selling Hulks for over $30,000, which at the time was 3 times the MSRP, or 300% over MSRP, depending on how you look at it. Now, that was a few years ago. The world was in turmoil, to say the least. The global economy was changing. It had a direct impact on the watch market, heavily inflating it. Currently, you can find Hulks from about $15,000 to $25,000, depending on the year and the condition. The higher end of those price points is what we call NOS, or new old stock, meaning it's untouched, probably stickers on it, been sitting in a safe, dated 2020, or if you can find it, 2021. They're going to carry a huge premium and be at the top end of that price scale. On the bottom end is a naked Hulk, missing links and probably needs a service. You're looking at about 15 grand, give or take. The average price you should expect to pay for a decent Hulk, fully linked, doesn't need a service, box and papers, right around 18, maybe 19 grand, depending on the condition. So the question remains, what do I personally think of the Hulk, specifically on our scale of 1 to 10? Many of you watching know, because I've reviewed the Hulk quickly before on some of my favorite Rolexes, and check that show out if you haven't, my top 10 favorite Rolexes. Many of you know that the Hulk is my top 2 favorite Rolex ever produced. Closely following my favorite, which is the Bluesy, but today we're focused on the Hulk, and I'm a huge fan of this watch. I think it has some potential upside, which we'll get into here in a minute. I'm going to give it a solid, real solid 9.7 out of 10. And on my scale, that's pretty high, as we've only ranked a few pieces really that high. But the question remains, and there's a lot of discussion when it comes to this, will the Hulk ever be a $100,000 piece? Some people think so. Some people don't. I don't know. There are rumors that Rolex produced 200,000 Hulks from 2010 to 2020. So it's not really a rare piece, but if I was a betting man, if you can pick up a last year production that hasn't been touched and has been sitting in a safe, maybe a 2020 or a 2021 if you can find it, and you take it and you throw it into your safe for a few decades, you probably do very well. $100,000 piece? I don't know. Possibly, but it would have to be last year production, stickers, untouched, and been a safe queen its whole life, which is almost a disjustice to not wear this. So, listen, if you're interested in getting a Hulk or want to learn more about how we can help you find a Hulk, check the links in the description below. And before you sign off, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this review. What do you think of the Hulk? Drop a comment. I respond to everyone, no matter your perspective, because I truly enjoy talking timepieces with you all. And if you haven't already, please hit the like button and subscribe. It really helps this channel and the support of it. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see you next time.